Shri S.R. Balasubramaniam.
Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, laws and legislations are necessary to serve and promote a good life, and a good legislation should be fit and equitable so that it can have a right to command obedience. Law exists to serve the needs of the society, which is governed by it. As the society changes, the law cannot remain immutable. Keeping with time, this legislature is enacting laws to serve the needs and aspirations of the people of the state. The Constitution of India is the supreme law of our country. The legislature of the state is enacting laws on the subject matters specified in the state list and concurrent list under the 7th schedule of the Constitution. The enactments made by the legislature reflects the major policy of the elected government, which is the law directly made by the legislature, and the minute details involved in technical details and procedures for implementation of the scheme of the Act are delegated to the executive authorities, which is called subordinate legislation made by the subordinate authorities. The Committee on Delegated Legislation is scrutinizing all the rules and notifications issued under the provisions of the Act made by the legislature to ensure the subordinate authorities do not exceed the powers delegated to them by the legislature while making subordinate legislations. So, at a time when the Indian judicial system is seen as grossly lacking in infrastructure and a need for reforms to deal with the huge pendency of cases, the Union budget for 2020-21 has made a cut in the allocation for creating infrastructure facilities for the judiciary under the funding earmarked for justice delivery and legal reforms. There are several courts in India: high courts, district sessions courts, civil courts, JM courts require financial assistance to develop the infrastructure facilities in the respective courts. But unfortunately, there is a cut in the allocation for creating infrastructure facilities for the judiciary from 990 crore in 2019-20 to 762 crore in the year 2020-21. Therefore, I urge the government to allocate more funds for the infrastructure facilities in all courts, particularly in Tamil Nadu. The funds earmarked for autonomous bodies, which comprise the National Judicial Academy, the National Legal Service Authority, the Indian Law Institute, and the New Delhi International Arbitration Center, have also been reduced. Meanwhile, under the National Mission for Safety of Women, fast-track special courts have been allocated rupees 150 crore from the Nirbhaya Fund in the coming financial year. In 2019-20, these courts were provided rupees 140 crore from the fund, compared to no withdrawal from the fund for the purpose of in 2018-19. I urge the government to utilize the available fund judiciously. Sir, in Tamil Nadu, the Department of Legal Studies was established in 1953 with the object of improving the standard of legal education in the state. Dr. Ambedkar Government Law College, Chennai, was started in the year 1891. In the year 1974, another law college was opened at Madurai, and two more law colleges, one each at Tiruchirappalli and Coimbatore, were opened during the academic year 1979-80. There are 11 government law colleges in Tamil Nadu at present. The total sanctioned student strength in all the government law colleges in the academic year 2018-19 is 10,526. All government law colleges are functioning in their own buildings, except the new government law colleges at Viluppuram, Dharmaburi, and Ramanathapuram. I urge the government to provide financial support to the government of Tamil Nadu for this cause. I would like to urge the centre to allocate funds for the creation and construction of an exclusive library in Coimbatore for the benefit of law students and practicing lawyers as well with digital platform. For Tamil Nadu, Dr. Ambedkar Law University, a new campus built at a total cost of rupees 61.74 crore in 15-acre land allotted by the government of Tamil Nadu. The centre should provide both financial and logistic support to Dr. Ambedkar Law University. It is the only law university to have colleges affiliated to it under its canopy. The uniqueness of the university helps in disseminating the same standards of legal education throughout the state of Tamil Nadu. The Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University has established a legal literacy mission cell with proper infrastructure, which serves to disseminate legal knowledge to a large mass of general public. I would urge the Union government to establish the National Forensic Research University in Tamil Nadu. Sir, as of April 2018, there are over 3 crore cases pending across the Supreme Court, the High Courts, and the subordinate courts, including district courts. Between 2006 and April 2018, there has been an 8.6% rise in the pendency of cases across all courts. The increase in the pendency of cases for long periods has resulted in the increase of under trials in prisons. There were about 5 lakh prisoners in jails across the country. Of these, 2/3 were under trials, and the remaining 1/3 were convicts. The government should take necessary steps to address this issue. Sir, I would like to record in this August House that the overall age vacancies of judges have increased across all courts to 35% in 2018. The establishment of more commercial courts would require more number of judges, and the government should consider this issue and provide the courts with adequate number of judges. Considering the huge volume of pending cases, the government should take all necessary steps to fill up such vacancies immediately. Thank you.
Shri Prasanna Acharya.